The 5 red lights are on and we're about to go racing here in Melbourne. Lights out, away we go, and it's Aidan Griffiths, the man of TGP1, who leads from pole. Cody alongside in the run to the first corner. Who will lead here at Albert Park? It looks like it's Aidan Griffiths out front. He takes a brilliant lead and is Barton leading from Cody at the front as they all file their way through the first and second corner with no troubles whatsoever. I think Matt Thurgood actually at the back of the pack has gone for a spin, but apart from that, no other issues. It is Aidan Griffiths, Barton out front from Cody in second. Third position is Audio Grilla, Josh, that is Jessica in fourth, and fifth is Jamie. We've got some side by side action to fight for going through ahead of James, the Bournemouth fan. And he runs seventh, and Crumpet is all over him in eighth, and he's going up the inside. Here goes Crumpet down the inside in the opening lap. Can he make it stick? Oh, that was close. He can't quite do that. It's great driving from James, who's late on the brakes, and he holds firm at the moment. But now he's been lined up by 2 cars. Crumpet is one, Tom is the other as he goes driving, steaming up towards the chicane, and somehow James stays ahead. Crumpet cuts the corner and allows Tom through. And now the battle continues as James has the car snaking from left to right. Here a poor exit. Meanwhile behind him, Crumpet up the inside of Tom Smith again and retakes the place up into 8th place. Wow, this is brilliant racing at the start, and Crumpet just about holding on ahead of Tom Smith. Great racing throughout the field on the opening lap. Tom Smith drops back to 9th, John in 10th, Michael Davies on the recovery driving into the pits at the end of the opening lap. Michael Davies, your championship leader, is in the pits, beginning to climb onto the back of the top 5 at the moment after 5 laps, separated by around 4.5 seconds. And we see pit stops. They're all pouring into the pits as Michael Davies rejoins. Jamie's in, Jess is in, Cody's in, they're all coming in. Aidan is in as well, and that leaves Audio Grilla to take the lead of this Grand Prix. How long will he go on those tyres? What kind of tyres is Aidan putting on it? Surely it's soft, surely. You never know in TGP2 though. They're all going on the soft tyre. Jess as well. Yep, Aidan, Jess, Jamie, all onto the soft tyre. And in fact, it looks to me as if Jess and Jamie have jumped Cody here. And it's a clockwork stop. Beautiful stop there from Mercedes onto the soft tyres as you would expect. Now, where is the man in the net lead, or who was leading? Is Aidan Griffiths coming down the straight now? Where is Audio Grilla? Audio Grilla is on pit exit, and is he going to take the lead? He is going to take the lead. It's going to be side by side on pit exit. Aidan sweeps on the inside and just holds it. No more than just a matter of inches to hold the lead of the race. Audio Grilla ain't done though. He's coming back up the inside of Aidan, but he can't find a way through. And by a matter of centimetres, the Williams keeps its place. And I think Audio Grilla lost that coming into the pit lane. He was far too slow, slowing down for the marker. He could have been a little bit quicker, and if he was, he would be the net leader of this Grand Prix. Very, very, very close. But now, there's another spanner in the works. Mr. John, who's going long on soft tyres, will he have a say in who will lead this race at the end of this lap? Well, that Haas car is obviously going to be struggling now. In fact, 7 laps, albeit on the softs, as we lose Crumpet from the race. That is a retirement. Will that lead to a safety car? Well, it's been a great deal out there, Virtual, and that might help Mr. John. Will it help anyone else out there? Surely there's no response now for what has been a thrilling race. We've had the climax, and it appears that Aidan Griffiths is going to hold on and pick up a fantastic victory around the streets of Albert Park. Penultimate corner for the Scotsman, with Cody following him home, and the angry and pretty hurt Audio Grilla in third, who was leading at the start of this final lap. Up to the line, it's Aidan Griffiths who wins this Australian Grand Prix. What a drive here down under, what a race. Incredible action at the front. He wins a classic, and Jamie is crawling home at the finish. He's going to get 5th, and Jamie drops to 6th. Yeah. Is Jamie out of fuel or what? I don't believe it. He comes home 6th for a forgettable afternoon. What a race out front. And John, who's very lonely, is going to pick up a solid 7th. Aidan Griffiths wins it by 4/10, having looked like it was all over at the start of the final lap. A little bit of luck between Audio Grilla and Causa's collision helped him pave the way for victory. Causa was second, Audio Grilla will be disappointed with third, Jess fourth, with Joe stealing fifth on the line. Jamie sixth, John seventh, Dom eighth. Who will win here in Singapore? What will the Singapore story be? Lights out, and away they go, and they head down to turn one, and Audio Grilla leading from pole, willing to hold his lead. The McLaren side by side in the battle for second and third. Several drivers cutting the corner into turn one. Some of them using the pit lane exit, but they all somehow managed to get through without any major issues, and that is the most important thing. But interestingly, a McLaren now leads. Whose car is that? I believe it's Jamie out in front. What a story here. Jamie takes the lead in the Singapore Grand Prix. Audio Grilla runs in second and is coming straight back at him. He can't quite do it in the brakes. Through the opening lap they go, and somehow Jamie has snatched the lead away here in Singapore. And can he hold it, or will he, in classic Jamie fashion, bottle it? We'll find out as the laps tick down. I've got 15 of them, and Jamie leads the way from Audio Grilla. Michael Davies is third, hoping for a better race this time out after a nightmare run in Melbourne. Corey is fourth, so near yet so far last time out. Fifth is Aidan Griffiths, the winner of the last race. Joe is sixth, and he's going following the action just in front and nearly clipping. In fact, he is clipping the back of Causa. Any damage done? Front wing intact for Josiah. Tinus is running in 7th.
I got no damage.
Has he got a nosebleed, or is he okay? He's quite high up. His ears might be bleeding, he's that high up as well, but Tinus is holding on in 7th place. He's got Jess all over him, he's a cork in the champagne bottle, and Jess is all over him, Tom is all over him, and then the rest of the field swallowing, just swarming all over him as they go underneath the grandstand for the first time of 15, and Jess is trying to find a way through. Tinus nearly clipping the wall there as they now go underneath the motorway and past the Singapore flyer as Jamie puts a marker down, and Jess is barely pushing Tinus round the final turn. Look at this, it's so close, and that might allow Dom to get involved. They're nearly 3 wide going into the first corner. They are 3 wide, and Tinus is there, and Dom has to go evasive across the run-off, but it looks like he's ahead of Jess. And it is now 7th for Tinus, 8th for Jess, 9th for Dom. I think Dom is conceding the place there for cutting the corner, it looks like it.
No,
As they all funnel their way down the long back straight. Jess is 8th and Dom's coming straight back at her. Here he comes, Dom Smith down the inside. Can he outbreak the server? He can. Tinus is just holding everybody up here in the scrap for 7th. What a duel this is. Hope I'm not missing anything out front. I really hope not. But the duel is absolutely incredible. Tinus, as I've said, the cork in the champagne bottle. He's 7th, Jess is 8th, Dom is 9th and 10th. And it's I missed that there, my camera cut away. It's James at 10. But look at Tinus, he's holding it up. Well, if he holds on to 7, there will be Curry getting eaten tonight. The Force India garage is still Tinus just ahead of it. Oh, he's gone wide! Jess goes through, and Julius almost gone, and maybe even his teammate. Look at them all streaming down the back straight, and he's lost 2 places. He might lose to his teammate too. Oh, the Force India's come together, and in the end, James is in the barrier, and forget taking that curry out the freezer to eat it. It'll begin splattered all over the Force India briefing room, and all over Tinus's face. What a mess! What an absolute mess! James is retiring and is now left. And is away back to Bournemouth. Audio Grilla is set. Third is Michael Davies. Fourth is Aidan Griffiths. He's got Corey all over him, and Corey's attacking. He goes down the outside, and he's always going to run out of the road there. Goes straight off the track, far too late on the brakes. And now he's going to be under pressure from Josiah, who's going to go right down the outside and take that 5th place. Lovely stuff, good opportunist driving from Josiah. He snatches 5th. And Corey drops to 6th. Meanwhile, Audio Grilla is becoming under real threat. Look at this. He's got a train behind him, and was that contact there? Very nearly contact there. Followed down there between Joe and Corey, very close to contact, but Audio Grilla still holding second.
Safety car.
4.7 off the lead now. Oh! A sharper push from Joe into the back of Barton, and his front line wasn't damaged there. It may be damaged now, but what's Matt Barton? As Joe and Aidan go side by side, rubbing wheels, and as Aidan through. Whoa, that was close, and Joe takes 4th place. Joe takes the fourth place, and Aiden's got frontline damage. Joe's your frontline okay? Oh my goodness. Aiden's suffering from handling issues, and he's now dropping off Jamie like a stone. He's got serious tyre wear and handling issues. 2.8 off the lead. And now, if anyone is going to defeat Jamie, it's going to be Audio Grilla, who's already cleared Corey in that first sector. We've never seen that, but he's already cleared Corey. And the only man that can stop Jamie now is Audio Grilla, who's already climbing onto the back of Barton in a flash. This man is flying on the Wilson, and Barton moves aside and ended up getting a puncture.
No, the control was gone.
He's lost control of the car. It looked like he was pulling aside, but he wasn't. He's got a puncture. His race is run. And his tyre is deflated. The same way Inverness's chances of staying in the league of deflated. And it's all over. He retires from the race. He's left with 25 points at the end of this weekend. The same number of points as Inverness have in the league. And it's now, got a virtual safety car, which won't affect things too much. It will actually help Jamie quite considerably, that virtual safety car. It's a longer period of time where the race is neutral and Audio Grilla can't close as the miles tick by. So it's good news for Jamie, it really is. And the McLaren guys in the pit wall, in the pit lanes, in the garage even, will not be making any moves towards the pit wall to celebrate victory, because they are not certain that their man can hold on. Jamie against Audio Grilla as we start the final lap. Audio Grilla moves out there to have a little look and threaten Jamie, make him get concerned, and he's almost through. Is he through? No, he's not. Jamie's still just in front, but he's runs wide, and Audio Grilla is side by side now with the McLaren on the run down to turn 3. Still Jamie holds the advantage then as they go down the long back straight. It's a track race to the braking zone, and here comes the Mercedes car powering through into the lead of the race, and the Mercedes garage goes absolutely crazy, but Audio Grilla runs wide. Jamie back into the lead of the race. Unbelievable stuff, beautiful stuff, great to see. Audio Grilla outbraked himself, ran wide, and Jamie dives through back into the lead, and has Audio Grilla lost his chance to snatch the victory. They go funneling through what used to be the Singapore slang and now into the Anderson Bridge. Still Jamie leads, and he's been hunted down then by Audio Grilla, who'll be ruining that missed braking point and then losing their lead of the race. He's got one final chance then. Onto the brakes they will go in a moment at the end of the middle sector. He has a long look, a long lunge, and he's hit him! He's at the back of the McLaren car, goes into a half spin. It doesn't affect Jamie, and that gives Jamie the all clear to win this race. Now the McLaren mechanics can scatter from the garage onto the pit wall. It's been a long time in coming. He's been overshadowed by others in TGP2 lately, but now Jamie is going to have his moment. The fireworks are ready, he's ready. He goes underneath the motorway, past the merry-go-round, past the, whatever it's called, the fucking Singapore flyer, and Jamie crosses the line and wins in Singapore. Superb victory. He holds off the charge of Audio Grilla, who'll be ruining that missed braking zone, makes it a double McLaren podium with Corey right behind for. He must have made a mistake at some point on that lap, but it's lost out to Jess somewhere, but didn't see where. Jess is going to take his fifth from Emma, folks, just ahead of that. Jess to the head of it, we've never seen it on the camera. Tom's 7th. What can I say about that? Another thrilling race. Jamie struggling on the tyres at the end, but he holds out for victory. A rare victory these days for King MGG. He wins from Audio Grilla in second. Michael Davies has started to get a double McLaren podium.